Good day and welcome to another broadcast of Venture Capital Fund. Today, I want us to look at one of the unique programs that we have designed at Global Capital Inc., and that program is titled 10X Wealth Leadership Bootcamp. Today, what we will do is to do a little deep dive into some of the benefits in studying this program with us. But just before I get into today's program, do permit me to introduce myself. My name is Gary Thompson. I'm a business development consultant by profession. I'm a humanitarian by nature, and I'm the multiple best-selling author for several books, including Manager's Toolkit and Billionaire Code. My newest book, titled 10X Branding and Marketing: The Psychology of Doing Business, will be available to the general public sometime this year. It's already finished, but we are just plotting the launch of the program. And if you keep following this program, you will be the first to know when that book will be available. So let's get the ball rolling. Let's begin today by talking a little bit about what you should expect when you get registered for our 10X Wealth Leadership Bootcamp. Now, some of the critical information that you will learn is about cash flow and paycheck protection programs. Yes, cash flow and paycheck protection program. Now, why do I raise this topic? The world today is in a crisis largely because of the novel coronavirus. You find that governments are closing the economy, so that you're having global economic effects. You are seeing hundreds of thousands of businesses are being affected, and many are closed also. So the novel coronavirus is also affecting businesses. And we also see that millions, billions of people across the world, their lives are also affected by the novel coronavirus. This is one of the reasons why having a clear understanding of cash flow protection systems and paycheck protection programs, why it is so important. So the 10X Wealth Leadership Bootcamp will really do a deep dive to really help you to understand some of these significance and really how to build your defense against these things. Let's go a little deeper. Let's talk a little bit now about your personal paycheck protection program. One of the key things that you will learn when you get registered for the 10X Wealth Leadership Bootcamp, you will learn how to set up your paycheck protection program. And yes, you owe it to yourself, you owe it to your loved ones to commit the time, the talent, and the resources to want to know how to develop your personal paycheck protection program. So, regardless of what, you know that you have a strategic game plan in place. Now, some of the things that we will do with you, we will talk to you about the importance of multiple streams of income. Now, why is it so important for us to discuss the multiple streams of income with you? Because one, we see and we clearly know from the research that we are doing that your primary source of income has some strengths, but it also has tremendous weaknesses. When we measure the potential of your primary source of income to fulfill your dreams of home ownership, car ownership, paying for higher education, paying for your children college funds, allowing you to experience early retirement. These are some of the things that we see a lot of people, hundreds of thousands, millions of people, they have these dreams for themselves. But guess what? Your primary source of income is totally inadequate to provide you this type of luxury. So in recognizing this, we help you develop strategic game plan that will allow you to achieve all of these things. All right. And in our program, we carry you through step by step by step. So you have a much clearer understanding as to how to develop your personal paycheck protection program. There's so much that we will talk to you about. Now, the second takeaway here You will learn about how to develop or how to set up your corporate paycheck protection program. You see, as an employer, we have seen that hundreds of thousands of employees across the world, because you were forced to close door, you were also forced to lay off a number of your top employees. You were forced to lay off your employees. Why? Because you didn't have your paycheck protection program and you didn't have your cash flow protection program. So at this stage, we will talk a lot about how to develop that paycheck protection program. And in this program, we will talk a lot about smart investment portfolios. And believe me, there's a range of smart investment portfolios without all of the risk associated with investment. And we will be happy to talk to you about this. We'll be happy to show you a step by step approach that you can use to set up your corporate paycheck protection program. We will talk to you about performing assets, and performing assets can be set up in such a way to pay you twice. What do I mean by this? It means that you will be paid as a from performing asset, and you will be paid from asset appreciation. Those are some technical areas in the program that you will get into when you come into the boot camp. The third lesson that I want to talk about, the third takeaway here, is where you will learn about how to set up your corporate cash flow protection program, your CFPP, cash flow protection program. There are many companies that we know are doing pretty well, but guess what? You have your excess liquidity sitting in a 0.1% interest bearing account. Nothing wrong with that. But let me say what? What if we can help you identify smarter investment portfolio that is going to give you higher yield? What if we're to show you smarter way of leveraging your excess liquidity back into commercial financing? So there's a range of different platforms that we will expose you to when you come into the 10X Wealth Leadership Boot Camp. This is wealth leadership like you've never been taught it before. It will literally touch and transform your life. Now, the fourth takeaway here, and of course, we're going to be touching base in government. We believe that around the world, the people who are talking about paycheck protection program is the government and the government only. That might be good, that might be bad, but I'm saying to you, what if you create an environment where you have triple indemnity? You have your personal paycheck protection, you have your employer's paycheck protection, and you have the government paycheck protection program. So let's talk a little bit about government paycheck protection, because while we are seeing that in the developed world, they are discussing and they're taking informed action to address issue with paycheck protection. In fact, that in the developed world, there is things that we call unemployment benefits. So that means, it means that if you are not employed and the state cannot find a job for you, the state in itself provide a monthly income to you. But this is much bigger than all of that. This is about paycheck protection, one that is set up by the state. And here is where we can work. The program is designed to work with government entities to help the government to understand more of the systems that we're going to recommend. And we will talk a lot about structures and quant. Many of you who would have listened to my previous broadcasts, I talk about structures. Structures are people who are trained to create financial products where they do not exist. The quants are the individual who are trained to price financial products and securities by way of developing strategic derivatives, derivatives in the form of we might want to call forward, structure, forward, and future, option, and swap. That is important for you to understand all of this, because it gives you a hedge, because they allow you to create financial products to deal specifically with Paycheck Protection Program, not restricted to Paycheck Protection Program, but many others. There are strategic approach that can be used. So because the technical nature of these programs, I will not get into it in these broadcasts. But as you come into our boot camp and we are speaking to our specific demographic, we will unravel these possibilities to really help you to understand the significant impact that the programs that we're designing at Global Capital Inc. can have on your business growth, your personal growth, and give the government in itself new a new window to look at government paycheck protection programs. Now, so I trust that the four takeaways, um, you find them significant enough to want to get registered for this program. One, you will learn how to set up your personal paycheck protection program. Two, you will learn how to set up your corporate paycheck protection program. This is for you and you if you're a manager, you're a company owner. This program will help you. Um, Three, we talk about how to set up your corporate cash flow protection program. Last but not least, we talk about how to set up government's paycheck protection program. And this is government across the world. So we will dig deep into these programs as you come into our boot camp and as we start to speak specifically to our target audience. In closing, I want to say, many of you've heard me talk about the DCM, the debt capital market, the ECM, the equity capital market, and the SCM, the smart capital market. And all of these markets, financial markets, they have tremendous financial opportunities for people across the world to leverage. What we do, we unlock some of the abstract knowledge, some of the not so clear knowledge within these financial markets. So you're in a much better position and strength to make informed and educated decisions. Now, this program again comes to you with the kind compliments of Global Capital Inc. And our mission is to position our clients, employees, and strategic partners to understand, create, and leverage passive income cash flow, build multiple streams of income, leverage smart investment strategies in order to build up generational wealth. In our programs, you will learn about financial intelligence in the commercial financial sector. You will learn about financial intelligence and the investment financial sector, financial intelligence and smart capital market, and financial intelligence and sustainable livelihood. As we dig into these programs, it is important for you to recognize that financial intelligence goes beyond your ability to make money and maximize your disposable income. It addresses the issue of understanding the global financial system and leveraging this intelligence to create good debt cash flow, minimize your existing debt financial portfolio while you maximize your financial and equity capital gain. The understanding of the commercial financial sector, the investment financial sector, and smart capital market are important body of knowledge for you to have in the global landscape of financial intelligence. I trust you would have enjoyed today's program. My name is Gary Thompson. I'm a business development consultant by profession. I'm a humanitarian by nature, and I'm the multiple best-selling author for several books, including Manager's Toolkit and Billionaire Codes. My newest book, titled 10X Branded and Marketing, The Psychology of Doing Business, will be available to the general public sometime in this year, very soon. So I want to encourage you to like and subscribe and share this podcast and within your group so we can reach as much people as possible. Again, I want to encourage you to get registered for our 10X Wealth Leadership Bootcamp. Your life will never be the same again. These programs that we have designed for you in 2021 will touch and transform your life. So whether you're a private individual who wants to achieve more, whether you're a corporate leader who wants to achieve more, whether you're a compassionate uh, government figure, our programs are designed to reach your needs and wants and expectation and help you to make larger than life impact on your demographic. Be blessed, be safe. Remember, it's COVID-19, and you want to take all the steps practically possible to keep yourself safe, keep your loved ones safe, and keep those around you safe as well. So be blessed and see you on the other side. Goodbye.